All right. Hello. My name is Anna, and I am a clinical mental health counseling student at Winona.
My name is Maya, and I'm a clinical mental health counseling student here at Winona.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Donette Sigrin, professor and chair of the Counselor Education Department at Winona State University, and we are happy to have you joining us today.
All right. So we are going to go over some of the programs that we offer at Winona State in the Counselor Education Department.
So let's just take a little time to talk about the difference between counselors and other types of helping professions. Counselors, to be able to do this work, individuals need a master's degree in counseling. And the focus of the counseling program is on learning about things that impact individuals' mental health and their development. And so we spend a lot of time in this program learning about developmental aspects of individuals and how that impacts their wellness and interaction with the world. You need a master's degree to be able to practice counseling in most states. Social work is a little different. Most individuals who study social work usually can learn about two different aspects of social work. Many focus on public policy and how to impact families and the community based on what happens in each state. Another area of focus of social work is clinical social work, and similar to counseling, to practice as a clinical social worker, you need a master's in social work degree, and that focus tends to work more with clinical populations, like in hospitals and other settings like that, although this is an area of overlap between clinical social workers and mental health counselors. Also, just another difference, some people can think about psychology as an area of emphasis. Many of our students in our counseling program have an undergraduate degree in psychology, which is a good match with our program. However, people who tend to do psychology work in the field must get a doctorate or a specialist degree to do so. And psychologists tend to focus more on assessment work rather than actually individual or group counseling work.
All right. So we are now going to go over some of our program features. So all of our classes are offered on both the Rochester and Winona campus. Our classes are a mix of online, hybrid, and face-to-face learning, which supports the needs of our students. Classes typically run 5 to 8 p.m., and we never have classes on Friday, which is a great bonus. Our students have a ton of experimental learning experiences. So basically what that means is our students receive a ton of hands-on training that set them up for future success. And because of the extensive learning opportunities that our students have, they are highly sought after by practicum and internship sites. So speaking of internships, we have a strong and flexible internship program. Our students are able to choose where they go for internship in their final year of the program. We have students who have done it in the Midwest, across the country, as well as internationally as well. And then the biggest thing to know about our program is we are CACREP accredited. CACREP stands for the Council of Accreditation of Counseling and Related Educational Programs. What this means is it's an assurance that you're receiving a quality education that's nationally recognized, and it's going to make it easier for you to obtain your licensure as well as to transfer your license state to state in the future.
One of the counseling specialties that you can enroll in at Winona State is the school counseling program. The school counseling program provides graduates a career that focuses on academic, career, and social emotional development and counseling with K-12 students in schools. Graduates from our program receive a master's degree in school counseling, which allows them, again, to work in a variety of school counseling settings, whether that's an elementary, middle school, or high school setting. The program is 60 credit hours, and that includes an internship. And several of our students currently are that are in internship have a paid internship opportunity. So that is a great opportunity for individuals who are in this program. In addition to doing individual and small group counseling, our school counselors do classroom lesson delivery. They create programs like mentor programs and work with kids in a variety of ways to help them succeed in school. Our program also focuses on leadership and advocacy and systemic change. And as mentioned previously, we do a lot of experiential learning and partner with schools like Dover Yoda School and go into those schools and do some practice and career programming with them before entering practicum and internship. In addition, our students are required to take one play therapy course in the school counseling program. And if students so choose, they can take additional courses in play therapy to also earn a play therapy certification. Play therapy is a great method to work with smaller children who've experienced trauma or have difficulty communicating, and it just helps kids work through some of their issues through play.
All right, so next I'm going to be talking about our clinical mental health counseling program. This is another CACREP accredited program that takes about 2 to 4 years to complete. You'll complete 60 credits, including your clinical internship. It's important to note that you can do a dual track with school counseling and clinical mental health counseling. The only difference would be you would have to do 2 internships, one for each of them. Another cool aspect is that in the first year of the program, you can switch tracks. So say you're clinical mental health counseling and realize school's for you. You can switch to school counseling or vice versa without losing any time or money because both of these tracks are taking classes together at the same time. So this prepares you to work in private practices, agencies, and institutional placements as a licensed professional counselor. Our professors in this program were previous practicing or currently practicing mental health counselors. So if you ever have a question or concern, they can help you out with that. Another awesome thing about Winona State's Counselor Education Department is that we have a 100% job placement rate after graduation.
I would just add to that all of our faculty members were or are currently practicing counselors. So whether that's in the school setting, the clinical mental health setting, or the addictions counseling setting.
All right, so next I'm going to be talking about our Human Services Professional Master's Program. So this is a non-counseling master's degree. It's a little bit quicker than our other ones, where you're going to be completing 34 credits with personalized electives. Our students have an emphasis on personal professional growth and development with the promotion of advocacy work in the human services field. Something cool about this is if you start in one of the counseling tracks and you realize that counseling is not for you, you can transition into the Human Services Professional Master's Program and still receive a master's degree that's highly sought after without wasting any time or money.
All right, so I will now talk about our Addictions Counseling Certificate. So this certificate prepares students to be a LADC or a licensed alcohol and drug counselor in the state of Minnesota. This certificate can be a standalone program, or it can be done at the same time as one of our master's degrees in counseling. If you are interested in going to a state other than Minnesota, no worries. You would just want to reach out to our LADC program coordinator, and they would work with you to make sure that you get the correct coursework and education that you need for the state you are seeking certification in. So LADCs would want to complete 24 credits, which consists of 7 online courses and an internship. It's an exclusively online program with the exception of our internship, and our students receive a comprehensive education with an emphasis on understanding others and themselves within the addiction counseling context.
Okay, so next I'm going to talk about our application deadlines for fall of 2026. So we have 2 different application timelines, which just gives a variety and helps you out a little bit more. So we have our first winter application. What you're going to do is you're going to apply to the Graduate Studies program at WSU. This includes a $20 application fee. You'll be screened by the Graduate Studies, and then if you're accepted into that, the Counselor Education Department application will then open, where you'll upload your personal statement, get your references in, transcripts, and all that good stuff. Once that is screened by the professors, you will then go for your interview. And so, like I said, we have 2 different ones. So you need to apply to the Graduate Studies in November to be eligible for the January interview. And then for the spring, you'll need to apply by March 1st to get the April interview.
All right, so if you are interested in our program and have questions, you can contact us directly at ceducation@winona.edu, or you could copy the link or scan the QR code to write in your question and be contacted by someone in the program. And then feel free to follow us on social media as well.
I would add too, if you have particular questions, feel free to reach out to faculty members if you want to learn more about our particular programs or the coursework and so forth. Thanks for joining us.
All right, hello. My name is Anna, and as a clinical mental health counseling student at Winona State, I am here today to share more about the student experience in the WSU Counselor Education Department. So, in my experience, I have found that faculty are very supportive and knowledgeable. I've been able to create really great connections with faculty. Our small class sizes mean that I get individualized feedback and support. And all of our faculty have been or currently are practicing counselors. And so I have really loved getting to learn from their experiences. As a student, I feel like I'm getting a quality education. Finding a program that was CACREP accredited was very important to me when I was choosing a school, and I can see how CACREP assures a quality and comprehensive education through my coursework. I also love that all of our faculty members are involved in research. As students, there's opportunities to participate in research projects for those that are interested, or if you're like me and you're more interested in reading and engaging with research publications, reading the literature is very standard in all of our classes. Because our faculty are engaged in current research, it's really cool to hear from them in class and learn from experts in the field. All of our faculty have their CVs or curriculum vitae posted on the website. CVs are similar to a resume, but they also contain information on research projects, presentations, and publications. So if you are interested in checking out faculty's research interests, I definitely recommend checking out their CVs. I know that's something I definitely did when I was applying to the program. Another piece to note about my experience as a student at WSU is that it is very affordable. Winona is very intentional about keeping the cost of our education at a reasonable rate in order to set our students up for success. So with that, I want to share a little bit more about finances for Winona as well as the Counselor Education Department. So we recognize that graduate school can be expensive, but it's justified to achieve your career goals. So like I said, Winona does try to make sure that our baseline cost is a reasonable rate. There's also financial aid available, so definitely apply for the FAFSA or other scholarships as well. There's a few scholarships that are available only to counselor education students, and those get posted on our website as they become available. There's also graduate assistantships. So I am one of the graduate assistants for the counselor education department, and what that means is I work 20 hours a week, and then I receive 9 credits of free tuition as well as a stipend every semester. So this has been just an incredible opportunity for me. It makes paying for grad school so affordable, and it's a really great opportunity to gain skills and experience in the field that I want to go into. We have graduate assistantships across a lot of departments at Winona, not just the counselor education department. But what's good to know is that our students are sought after because as future counselors, you have the skills and the desire to work with a lot of the populations that our departments serve. There's also paid internship opportunities. Winona has a partner with what's called WellBees, and this provides a paid internship for school counseling students in rural Wisconsin, as well as a stipend that covers either rent or childcare. So this is a really cool opportunity for our school counseling students. There's also additional internships that are paid for our clinical, our addictions, and our other students as well. Also check out government loans, employer tuition reimbursement. There's also other on-campus employment opportunities that get posted to Handshake, which you'll receive access to once you have a Winona State email address. Handshake is also where you would go to apply for one of the graduate assistantships. And if you have questions about the cost of attendance, definitely check out the billing webpage. So what does it cost to be a counselor education student? So if you are a Minnesota resident, you're looking at $497 per credit. Wisconsin, South Dakota, and North Dakota residents would pay $480 per credit. South Dakota does have a change in reciprocity, so check out the webpage to get more updated information. And if you are a non-resident, the cost per credit would be $750. On top of tuition, you would also pay a fee per credit. So we have classes available on both the Winona and Rochester campus. So if the class is located at Winona, the fee attached would be $46 per credit. And if the class is located in Rochester, the fee would be $21. This is just because of the access that you get to different buildings. And then we have this really awesome technology program that is optional. If you opt into it, it has a cost of $485 per year, and you would receive a computer that is rented to you. You get that computer replaced every 2 years that you are in our program, and at the end of your time at Winona, you have the option to buy out the computer. So you could be purchasing a relatively brand new computer at a very reduced rate. So this is a really awesome opportunity if you are in need of a computer. So like I have said before, and like this graph here shows, we really do make an effort to make sure that our education is affordable, and so it sets up our students for success in the future. Overall, as a student, I have absolutely loved my time at Winona in the counselor education department. I would definitely recommend our program to anyone that is interested in counseling. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out directly at ceducation@winona.edu or check out our webpage for more information. Thank you so much for listening.